You know that classic question, what would you do with 100 grand and a big idea? Well, what happens when you ask that question to, someone like Bill Gates, one of the most successful entrepreneurs in history? Somebody actually did it, and they gave him a very specific scenario. His answer? Well, it's basically a masterclass in modern business strategy, and we're going to unpack it piece by piece.
So this was the exact scenario laid out for him. I mean, look how specific and relatable this is. You're 25, you're in a market that's just exploding, like India. You've got a good chunk of cash, but not unlimited cash. And, this is the real kicker, you don't have some kind of crazy skill set. This is a fantastic real-world problem. So what on earth would Bill Gates do?
Okay, but before we jump into his answer, we have to understand who this advice is actually for. See, those little details, those constraints, they shape the entire strategy. So let's just quickly break down this hypothetical founder. First thing, 25 years old. What does that really mean? It means you've got tons of energy, a long road ahead of you, but probably not decades of experience or a massive Rolodex of contacts. You're nimble, you're quick, but you're not some established industry veteran.
Next up, the money. $100,000. Look, that's a solid amount to get started, but it means your business has to be lean. It has to be smart with its money. You're not building a giant factory or hiring a 50-person team right out of the gate.
And right here, this is probably the most important piece of the puzzle. No crazy skill set. This means the advice can't be something like, oh, well, if you're the world's greatest coder, no. The advice has to work for someone who is smart and driven, not a once-in-a-generation genius.
All right, so you've got that person in your head, right? Young, has some funding, and is smart, but not a specialist. So what's the move? Well, Gates' answer was incredibly direct, like zero hesitation. He pointed right at what he thinks is the single biggest opportunity on the planet right now.
These are his actual words. I'd probably pick some AI thing. Just notice how simple that is. He doesn't give a list of 5 different options. He points to one single massive field, AI. For him, right now, that's the obvious choice.
And let's talk about that phrase, AI thing. It sounds so casual, but it's really specific. He's not telling you to go invent the next breakthrough in neural networks. He's saying to find a business that applies the AI that's already out there. The real value he's suggesting isn't in inventing the core technology, it's in using it.
So, pick an AI, that's the what. But his advice gets so much deeper. The second part is all about the how, and this is where the real strategic gold is. It's a total mindset shift that every entrepreneur needs to hear today, and it's all built around one idea: platforms.
Here's the rest of his sentence, and just use the Google Microsoft platform. That word right there, use. Not build, not compete with, not reinvent. Use. That is the heart of the entire strategy.
This slide just lays it out perfectly, doesn't it? On one hand, you have the old school way, building everything from scratch. Gates' advice is the total opposite. It's about standing on the shoulders of giants. When you use a platform, which is really just a set of tools that someone else has already built, you can move so much faster. You save a fortune on R&D, and you get access to world-class tech from day one.
And he doesn't just leave it as a vague idea. He actually names names. Google and Microsoft. He's pointing you directly to the enormous AI platforms these companies have spent billions developing. Their cloud services, their APIs, their machine learning models. And he's basically saying, look, the tools are sitting right there. Go use them.
So, how does this all fit together? Well, when you actually look at his single, super short sentence, you realize it's not just some random comment. It's a complete 3-step blueprint for how to start a company in today's world.
And here it is. Step 1, find the hot sector. For him, that's AI. Step 2, decide on your strategy. Don't build from scratch, leverage an existing platform. And step 3, pick your tools from the best in the business, like Google and Microsoft. It's an entire business plan in about 18 words. It's brilliant.
So if there's one big idea to walk away with, it's this fundamental shift in thinking. For the founder in this scenario, and honestly for most of us, the real opportunity isn't in trying to build the next hammer. It's about picking up the incredible space-age hammers that already exist and just getting to work building something amazing with them.
And this leaves us with a really powerful final thought. Gates was talking about AI, but this idea of leveraging platforms works everywhere, in media, in science, in education, you name it. So think about your own world, your own industry. What is the powerful platform in your field that you could use to build something new, starting right now?